What's going on, everybody? What day are we on? Tuesday. We're on
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Holy crap, it's Tuesday already. All right. This is the first edition of the SMX Book Club. Ms. Marnie, how are you?
I'm good.
You good?
I'm
I
good.
have got you working almost every day now. Like,
Yes.
we talked about that. I need to give you days off. So, what's your schedule now? I think you're off now and out of the limelight Thursday, Saturday, Sunday?
Um,
Does
that
that
sounds
sound about
right.
right?
That sounds right.
Okay. Monday? No. Yeah, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So
Okay.
we do a lot. Like I was
Yeah.
actually looking at our schedule. Okay, so from now on we got the SMX book club on Tuesdays. We
Yes.
got the S3 football show on Wednesdays. I
Yes.
have the SMX Hacker Nation VIP training on Thursdays.
Yes.
And then we've got the S3 basketball show on Fridays.
Friday.
And then if I have to cover Arizona State, it would be on Saturdays. Sundays, we're watching football and taking notes. And then Mondays, we're also watching football and pretty much taking notes. So that's our schedule. That's our life now. This is it. You're trapped. You're done. Like totally. So, all right. If you're jumping on, make sure you say hi. For us to be able to respond to you, usually you have to go to like StreamYard/Facebook.com to be able to allow us to reply to you in the chat. So make sure that you do that if you're just jumping on. Thanks for jumping on. So basically, we are going to be diving into Traffic Secrets by Russel Brunson. Um, Look, I follow Russell Brunson almost religiously, uh, if I could say that without upsetting anybody. But I mean, the man figured out how to turn his company from 1 million to 100 million in 3 years. So I think he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know, they say if you want to be successful, find somebody who's successful and just do what they do. Well, Russell's
Yeah.
a type that not only does he say to do what he does, he also says, "I'm just going to write it all down for you to make it easier, and you can read it and then go ahead and follow along." Not only do I have that book, I've got his whole secrets collection over here, expertsecrets.com secrets. In the VIP club, the SMX Hacker Nation, we will be jumping into this. This is some ninja traffic shit. Like seriously, we paid thousands of dollars to travel to Florida to learn about this. Which, like, I'm like, really? So I went there and I sat in that chair for hours and took notes. And then after the event, he releases the book on what I was scrambling to take notes for. Thank you, Russell. No, seriously, thank you, because this is a huge help. This is in the VIP area also. So I'm reading that Tuesday nights. Monday night, I'm reading Traffic Secrets to make sure I know what I'm talking about when I talk to you guys. Tuesday night is Linchpin. Tuesday and Wednesday night is Linchpin. No, Tuesday night is Linchpin. Wednesday night, this book isn't even out to the public yet. I reached out to Eric. The author is Eric Thane. It's called Capture, Don't Create. It's about crushing it using short videos as part of your marketing plan. So I'm also reading this. And for those of you in the VIP membership area, the SMX Hacker Nation, you're going to learn about this too before he even freaking releases the book to the public. Before you can get your hands on this, like I have my hand on this, you're going to learn about it from me. That's part of the VIP membership. If you have not signed up yet and taken advantage of the beta for Sports Media X, the membership course, make sure you sign up. It's $39 a month during the beta, which lasts for about another, let's say, 10 days. There's a countdown at the top of the page. Once that's gone, the beta pricing, the one of the free gifts is completely gone.
Yeah.
Like it's like you'll save hundreds of dollars getting in on the beta at just $39 a month in 10 days. That all changes, and you gotta pay full price for it. Sorry, gave you a chance. Sports Media X isn't just about getting into sports. It's not. All right. There's colleges and universities that have their own program out there. Getting into journalism, like the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism, is an excellent school for journalism. If you want to spend 4 years, if you want to spend 150 to $200,000 on that, go right ahead. But I teach you the stuff that they don't. I teach you the stuff that they don't. I teach you the underground stuff. I teach you about sales funnel creation. I teach you about marketing. I teach you how to get traffic to your brand. They don't teach you. They teach you how to be professional, do interviews, and write articles. That's what they teach you. I teach that
Yeah.
too, and a lot more. So Sports Media X is combined with obviously the ability to become a credentialed sports member with my marketing skills and the skills that I learn from my mentors like Russel Brunson and Josh Brown and like so many others, Susan. Like I could name about 60 people from ClickFunnels that all reach out to ask me if I need assistance. Anyway, so let's jump into the book club. This is the Tuesday thing now. This is the Tuesday thing now. Today we are going to cover the introduction, which is the section one. The section one introduction. We are going to cover secret number one. It's called Traffic Secrets. He does this with all of his books, .com secrets, expert secrets. They're not broken into chapters, they're broken into secrets. Shh, they're secrets. Except I'm going to tell you about them. So, secret number one, who is your dream customer? And secret number two, we're also going to go over where are they hiding? They are called the Dream 100. So, we are going to dive into that. It'll probably only be like 20 or 30 minutes. Lady M, Marnie, you have began your journey down the marketing path with this
Yep.
book. You're a programmer. Like,
Yep.
like this
Software
is
developer.
not your realm,
Not
which
even
is
close.
cool. Because you get to learn something new, and I get feedback from you what you do or don't understand, and then I can work my posts and my trainings around that, which is awesome. The same for you that watch this on replay, or if you're watching live. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask. That's why I'm doing this. There is no charge for book club in the inner circle. None
Right.
whatsoever. I put this out there to help you build. Now, you can take this one of two ways. This is information that you can run with that can help you grow what you're passionate about, or I don't want him to know that I used his assistance. I'm too proud. I'm not even going to like lean in that direction. Look, this isn't coming from me. This is coming from freaking Wonder Boy, aka Russell Brunson himself.
Right.
All right. $100 million company in 3 freaking years. And he tells us all the secrets. All the secrets. And when I say all, I mean all the secrets, except you got to be a VIP to know this secrets, because this really is some awesome stuff. All right, let's jump into it. First off, without going into too much specific detail, Marnie, what is your first initial impression of Russell as far as an individual and what he's trying to do?
He's very, very enthusiastic, and he is the kind of a person that like he wants to share his success with everybody. He doesn't want to be up there alone at the podium. He wants to bring everybody with him and just show them how he managed to accomplish his goals. But when I read his words, there's like an energy to it The
Yeah,
enthusiasm kind of bleeds into you and it starts getting you thinking about your own stuff. And I don't know, it's kind of exciting, motivating,
it
maybe is
is.
a good word.
Yeah.
Naturally motivating.
Yeah, I love him. He's a great guy. I am yet to actually personally like shake his hand,
Yeah.
but my goal is to get the 2 Comic Club award, which then I'll meet him.
Yeah.
Which basically means that we as a company, me and you for No Boss No Rush LLC, have reached the $1 million mark through our products, not made him $1 million.
Right.
This is our company. And then we get to meet him and he congratulates us and gives us an awesome freaking like golden record plaque that says 2CC award. And I want it. I
Yeah.
want it on our wall. I will replace like half of the stuff behind me just to make sure that stands out. Like that goes on the wall. No doubt. I want to get that in 6 to 8 months. Here's the dilemma I'm having. We're going to jump into the book real quick. But here's the dilemma I'm having, Ms. Marnie. The next event where I could qualify for the 2CC award is a virtual event because they're trying to get back on a live event rotation. And the next live
Right.
event is in Vegas, which we're already making plans for, right?
Yep.
That's in 2025, but there's a virtual event before that. Now, do we want to hit our 2CC award for the virtual event and be recognized virtually, or do we want to be on stage with Russell and
I mean,
Todd? I mean, come on.
as cool as being on stage would be, if it means that you're going to make $1 million too soon, then I'll
Too
take
soon.
that.
It's too fast.
That's all I'm saying.
It's too fast.
It's too fast.
We got a lot of work to do though. We
Yeah.
do. We've got a lot of work to do, but you know what? We're going to do it. And it starts with opening the book Traffic Secrets. If you don't have this book, there is a link featured in the SMX Inner Circle. It costs you like $9 or $10 to pick this thing up. It's a beautiful hard copy book, or because all you got to do is pay shipping and handling to
I
get
think
it.
it's only like 8.
Yeah, it's like $8. And
Yeah.
then, but again, if you think everybody's out to get you and you don't trust me, go to Amazon, pay $25 just for the book and the additional shipping cost.
Shipping fee. Yeah.
I got the free link because I'm a member, I'm an affiliate, and out of your $8, I'm sorry, I am making one whole dollar.
Right.
Trust me, I didn't post that to make $1. I make $300 a night in NBA halftime bets. Am I lying?
No.
Yeah. So like, I don't need your $1. I just need you to try and be the best you possible.
Yeah.
And it
Might as
starts.
well get a really nice hardcover. They're very nice hardcover
You've
books.
you've got a copy.
$32 or more if
Yeah.
you just went to a store for
Yeah.
something similar.
Show your copy just so everybody knows. So
I don't have it here with me. It's upstairs next to the bed.
Blasphemy. I've got mine in front of me, but you know what? You're smart enough to where you can remember everything that you
Similar
read.
to a nice hardcover like this.
Yeah, it's this, people.
There you
All right. Have you ever like gone to school and forgot your book at home?
Yeah. I've
Okay.
also gone home and realized my book that I needed for homework was still at school.
Yeah, there is that too. I've done that. All right. Now, jumping into number one. So the introduction basically discusses the reason why Russell wrote this book. You know, I like how he mentions the Zuckerberg slap, where they
Yeah.
are constantly changing the
Google
algorithms.
slap.
And for the most part, it's really not for the betterment of anyone other than it feels like that Zuckerberg makes decisions to just keep the 1% that pays him the most
Yeah.
advertising on Facebook. And then he's like, the hell with the masses because
Yeah.
they don't spend as much.
He's definitely
That's
all
what
about
it
keeping
feels
his
like.
own pockets as full as he can get them.
So Russell didn't write this book to blast Zuckerberg. He's really not a fan of him, but um, he made
Or
that
Google.
crystal clear. Yeah, or Google for that, because they're always changing their algorithms. As soon as they figure out that people are making money, they raise their prices, change algorithms, give you less traffic, make you pay more.
Yeah.
Way more for the same stuff that you used to get for way less.
Because the companies worth billions can afford it, but then all the little mom and pop shops out there can't.
Yeah. So basically, Russell
Squeezes out the little guy.
says, don't put all your eggs in one basket, meaning Facebook or just Instagram or just LinkedIn or Pinterest or Twitter or X. Learn how to market on all of them, but not just market, but market intelligently by targeting the exact customer that you are looking for. And we'll dive into that here in just a second. So there's 3 levels when it comes to advertising on like Facebook that he talked about. You've got adoption, which is basically where you love it, you use it all the time, you rely on it. Step number 2 is the price hike. We've all seen, we all know about. It's how he separates the strong from the weak, or the rich from the trying to get rich, right?
Yeah.
And then step 3 is the slap, where he only wants to put the people that pay him the most on top, which punishes companies like myself, or ours, and so on and so forth. So most people are being driven away from Facebook. So it's harder to get noticed. It's harder to get your content in front of people. And one of the things that I love that he mentions in the introduction is to not focus on the strategies that change all the time, like Google Ads campaigns, YouTube ads, and Pinterest. Pinterest is still pretty decent, but they're starting to trend up to where, like, it's getting less and less traffic. It's getting decent. It's getting difficult. But he says, and this is on page 9 of the introduction, instead, focus on the strategies that don't change. Those strategies, those secrets are in this book. He actually has some bullet points that he mentions on page 9. The ones that don't change is identifying your dream customer. It's a must. Finding out where they congregate, where are they hanging out, what groups, what forums, what sites, what like podcasts they listen to, what articles they read, and so on and so forth. So where are they at? Learn how to work your way in, which is organically. Organically takes time. It takes effort. It takes consistency.
Patience.
It takes the right message, right? And he also talks about learning how to buy your way in. So if you do want to still use Facebook, he's not saying don't use it. He's just saying be wary of only using that because of how rapid that they change.
Yeah, don't lock into one thing, because the second it changes a little bit, it could screw up everything for you.
Especially with
That was
Facebook.
good advice.
I mean, I've been in Facebook jail, and it took me 2.5 years to get out, and I still don't know what I did, which is basically where they block your right to advertise.
Right.
Yeah, still don't know what I did. They responded to about 300 inquiries from me. Please tell me what I did. With, you need to review our policies. There are about 4,000 pages of policies. They couldn't specify or anything. So anyway, moving on. So learning how to buy your way in, creating your own publishing platform, which is basically sales funnels, newsletters, podcasts, articles, so on and so forth, stuff that you create for people to come to. Okay. And then building your own distribution list, which is email marketing. Okay. If you don't have a list, you do not have a company, you have a hobby. Okay. If you're not sending out emails, if you don't have people to follow up with, saying, check out our newsletter, listen to our latest podcast, here's our freshest deals, telling stories, building rapport. If you don't have that list, you don't have a business, you have a hobby.
Hmm.
Okay? You have a hobby. That's rude, but it's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
You haven't crossed that line from this seems like something fun I might dabble into. I want this to be my actual business. You gotta take that step forward and be a little bit more serious.
There are two musts that you need to have. I agree completely. There are two musts that you absolutely need. One is the sales funnel, and the second is the right strategy for your traffic. And that's what we're diving into. Obviously, it's called Traffic Secrets. All right.
Right.
Now, let's go ahead. Let me move this aside so I can see who is jumping on when they jump on. All right. Section 1, introduction, the dream customer. The dream customer. All right. There's two questions that you're going to have answered in this section. One, who is your dream customer? And two, where are they hanging out? If you can nail down those two things, you're halfway to victory. All right. The rest is just content and marketing. That's it. Jumping into secret number 1. Who is your dream customer? Do you remember the story that they told about Perry Belcher and Alexis?
Yeah, from Sally Beauty Supply, their dream
Yeah.
customer, Alexis. They had her
So
educational history, her age, her relationship
yeah,
status, if she had kids or
basically
not.
what happened. Perry Belcher is actually a very successful businessman. He was actually a speaker at the last event. As a matter of fact, I just ordered some of his copywriting tools. Very good at what he does. Okay, but he didn't always know how to do this stuff. So he told a story of when he was selling beauty products to beauty companies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's in there, and he's in this room with two gentlemen in front of him, right, for Sally Beauty Supply. Everybody's heard of Sally's Beauty Supply. It's a very large company. We probably got 3 or 4 or a dozen here in the Valley. So he's in there and he's like, okay, this makeup, this is why it's awesome. This is why you will buy it. This is why your customers will love it. And the two guys look at each other and they're like, yeah, Alexis wouldn't really like that. What else you got? So then he's like, okay, this shampoo, right? It does this and it does this and it's awesome. And you guys will love this. Da, da, da. And they look at each other and say, yeah, I don't think Alexis would like that one either. Right. And he does this 3 or 4 times. And every time these two guys are like, Alexis really wouldn't like this. And he gets frustrated. Perry Belcher gets frustrated. He's like, I'm sorry, am I in the room with the wrong people? Are you not the people I need to be? Can I speak to Alexis since she seems to be the decision maker here? And the two guys laugh at Perry, right? And they say, she's not real. She is our avatar. She is our ideal client. So the thing is, when you create an avatar for your company, which we actually do this in training, and it's part of the Sports Media X program, you need to basically pick one individual that you've created in your mind, male or female, doesn't matter. That's your ideal client. That's basically like the leader of your entire market. Like
Mm-hmm.
if he or she does not like a product, everybody else behind him or her is going to hate the product.
Yeah.
Right. So the employees at Sally's Beauty Supply, they knew everything and they were trained to know Alexis better than they know themselves.
Yeah.
So every piece of marketing content, every video, every color on a website or a sales page or a sales button, every fine print, everything, before they make any decisions, they asked would Alexis like this? And they would actually sit down and debate on whether or not she would like that. And if they came up with the answer of yes, they would move forward with that marketing.
I like the
Okay.
whole concept of this quite a bit. It's the way Russell describes it in the book is he says it's making your business customer driven
Yeah.
instead of product driven.
Yeah, that's exactly how he puts it. That's a great point. Let me bring up, just to give people an idea, I have my ideal avatar. Like, I have a sports product, right? But it's not really a sports product. It's the ability to build a world inside of sports while running a profitable marketing company.
Right.
Being able to bring in sponsors that you can help make money, right? Versus just saying, we'll give you a 30-second read in, or we'll give you a spot on our website, or whatever the case may be. You can then say, I know how to bring in traffic for you. I know how to create a sales funnel for you. I know how to do lead generation for you. So, excuse me, in order to do that, I needed a very, very specific avatar. And I sat down and I had him built out. My exact avatar, check this out. His name is John. He's in his mid 30s. His marital status, he's possibly single or in a committed relationship. Education wise, likely completed a bachelor's degree, possibly in business or media related fields. His values and belief, he's got the entrepreneurial spirit. He's highly driven and innovative. He believes in creating opportunities and taking calculated risks to achieve his goals. He values the freedom and independence that entrepreneurship can provide. Number two, he's got a passion for sports. Obviously, he has a very deep passion for sports, not just as a fan, but as someone who sees the potential for growth and engagement within the sports media industry. He values the positive impact sports can have on society and the sense of community and the sense of community it fosters. Number three, self-improvement. John is a lifelong learner. He believes in self-improvement, staying updated with industry trends and continuously developing his skills. He values personal growth and is open to constructive feedback. So what's John interested in? Well, obviously he loves sports. Not only does he enjoy watching sports, but actively participates in various sports or physical activities. He may be involved in local sports clubs or teams. Media consumption. He follows sports news, podcasts, and other media related to the sports industry. He's interested in understanding how sports media works and stays informed about sports events and trends. Networking. John is likely involved in networking events and communities related to entrepreneurship, like going to Funnel Hacking Live, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And sports media. He values building relationships and collaborating with like-minded individuals. His behavioral traits. He's very ambitious and goal-oriented. He's known for setting high goals for himself, both in his entrepreneurial ventures and his investment in sports media. He's not afraid of hard work and persistence. Risk taking. He is willing to take calculated risks to achieve his entrepreneurial and career objectives. He understands that success often involves stepping out of one's comfort zone. Leadership. John may have experience leading teams or projects. He is likely seen as a leader in his entrepreneurial pursuits and is recognized for his passion and vision in the sports media world. What motivates him? Autonomy. John is motivated by the air of being his own boss and having control over his career. He values the independence that entrepreneurship can offer. Impact. He is driven by the potential to make a positive impact in the sports media industry. He aims to create content on platforms that engage and entertain sports fans while contributing to the growth of the industry. Financial success. While not solely motivated by money, he recognizes the financial potential of a successful entrepreneurial venture in the sports media sector and is motivated by the prospect of financial stability and growth. His overall goals. establish his own sports media brand, which could include a website, podcast, YouTube channel, or social media presence, network with key industry players, athletes, and media personalities, cultivate a loyal and engaged audience of sports enthusiasts. That is a detailed psychographic profile. John's my guy, right? I've got another one, maybe for somebody a little younger, right? But John's my guy.
Yeah.
Every content that I put out goes toward John. Every piece. I know I've got a couple of friends that are learning through this platform. You will learn through this platform. You'll be able to grow through this platform. But honestly, you're in the friend zone, right? You're really not my ideal target market, but I'm still going to help you. All right. That's just how it is. I'm not going to turn anybody down. All right. So, where were we? So, who is your dream customer, right? You need to be able to become obsessed with your dream customer, as detailed as the one that I just gave you about my buddy John. All right. Me and John go way back. Best friends ever.
No one better than they know themselves.
Exactly. Russell has a quote saying, being obsessed with your customer means understanding them just as well, if not better, than they understand themselves. Early in the 20th century, there was an author by the name of Robert Collier, and this story is in the book, right? He published one of the most famous books ever on copywriting called the Robert Collier Letter Book. Go ahead and look it up. Collier believed that marketers should not be trying to figure out how to create the next amazing ad campaign, but instead we need to learn how to, quote, enter the conversation already taking place in the customer's mind. Now, when I read that at first, I got to admit, I was a little confused. Now we're into mind reading, right? I was like, oh crap, I'm going to tell people they're going to be able to read their customer's mind. They're going to think I'm crazy and I'm going section 8. Not happening. All right. But as I dug more into it, it says, when you understand the core pains they are trying to move away from and the core desires and passions they are trying to move toward, it becomes very easy to identify exactly where they exist online, allowing you to enter the spot in their mind that they are currently at. Right? That's what he's talking about. What are they thinking about? What are the pains that they're moving away from? Or what are the what's the other word I'm looking for? It starts with a P.
Pleasure.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Parts.
Pains. I got the book right in front of me. You don't. You got the answer. Right. So they're either moving away from pain or toward pleasure. And I'm going to jump into that here in just a second. So there are 3 core markets or desires. There's either health, wealth, or relationships. Every business, whether you think you don't or whether you think you're in multiple, they fall under one of these core markets. Every business, health, wealth, or relationships. Every business falls under one of these. So there's 2 false beliefs. Number 1, my product doesn't fit into any of these. My product doesn't fit into any of these. And I'm reminded of a story. It's in the book, but I actually remember when Steve Larson said this. Steve Larson's a part of ClickFunnels, part of the ClickFunnels team. His nickname is the Communist Pig. So look him up on that. Oh, he's very proud. He's got a red pig on his shirt. He wears it all the time. Great guy, though. Very, very almost genius with marketing. Almost on Russell level, extremely close, right? So somebody yelled, okay, smartass, at an event. They basically said, tell me how razors that you shave with fit into either health, wealth, or relationships? And Steve responded with, okay, let's think about a Gillette commercial. First off, the tagline is the best a man can get,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
That can go a few different ways, but think about the commercial. It starts out with a man shaving, right?
Yeah.
Looks good. Next thing you know, he's meeting a beautiful woman for dinner, right?
Right.
And then they end the commercial with the two of them at home about to have an evening.
Relations. Right.
Razors fit into relationships. Every product either fits into health, wealth, or relationships. All right. Now, there are certain subsections of each one, right?
Yeah.
So, like for relationships, you can go into marriage counseling, you can go into how to fall in love, you can go into um, family, lots of different things. For health, you can do weight loss, you can do blood sugar levels, you can do workouts, you can do a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah.
All right. For what's the next one? Wealth. I mean, come on. E-commerce, affiliate marketing, entrepreneurship, running your own business. Like there's so many different things in wealth. Sales that can be broken down into sales funnel creation, lead generation, like sub markets. All right. But again, you're either running away from pain or toward pleasure. Once you identify which core desire, I'm actually going to go ahead and see if I can bring up the section. I'm going to read it. I'm going to do it. So, ideas for each one of these are examples, not ideas. Moving away from pain in the health field. An idea of moving away from pain. I'm overweight. I don't feel comfortable in my clothes. Those are the people in your health niche that you're trying to help. Another one for health. I don't have energy and feel tired all of the time.
Yeah.
Trying to run away from the pain points. I hate what I see when I look into the mirror. Running away from pain. Wealth. Moving away from pain. I hate my job. I want to fire my boss. I have no money
Everybody.
saved. I have no money saved pretty much. And I'm scared I could lose my job. Pain points. Everyone around me makes more money than I do.
Mm.
Pain points. Relationships. Moving away from pain. I'm in a bad relationship and don't know how to get out.
Yeah.
I feel alone and want to feel what love feels like. I feel awkward when I'm around people I don't know. These are all pain points. Okay. Now, pleasure points. All right. Health. These are people that are moving toward pleasure. I want to get 6-pack abs. You achieve that. That's a pleasure point. It makes you feel great. I want to be able to run a marathon. They're thinking about achieving something that makes them happy versus making them sad. I
Yeah.
want to eat healthier so I can get more energy, right? I can do more if I have more energy. This book's actually speaking to me in a way. Wealth, moving toward pleasure. I want to buy my dream house or my dream car. I want to grow my company so I can have more impact.
Yeah.
I want to learn leadership so I can grow my team. These are all pleasure points. Relationships. I want more passion in my relationships. I want to spend more time with my spouse and kids. Passion. I want to meet more people through networking. Okay, so those are examples of either moving away from pain or moving toward pleasure. Again, learn how to contact, market, find your ideal avatar in the middle of their thoughts. These are the thoughts that they're having, right? Now, he goes into what he calls the searchers and the scrollers, okay? Which is basically search-based people versus interruption traffic. Search-based traffic, pros and cons. Search-based traffic. So search-based traffic, they're actively searching for what they want. They know what they want. They're searching for it. Okay? Here's the pro for search-based traffic. They come to you. They are hot traffic, usually ready to buy. When you go to Amazon, there's an A in there, Amazon. Bosses. Amazon. Go to Amazon. All right, moving on. You don't just go on there and be like, I feel like scrolling for 3 hours through Amazon. Most of the time, you're going on there because you have an idea of what you want and you're searching for it.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the con of this is more than likely they are not just searching, they are comparing. All right? And you can still win. And we actually will be doing a lot more breaking down in the SMX Hacker Nation on this a little bit later trainings. But here's a freebie for you in the Sports Media X Inner Circle. You can compete in a market with the exact same product and charge more than the competition. Just because you're in competition, that doesn't mean that you need to have the cheapest product.
Right.
You achieve this by offering more value. Okay? You offer more value. All right? So, for example, if there's somebody else out there that has a sports media and a marketing program fused together in one program, they have a course, I have a course. They offer the course for the same price. I offer the course for $10 more a month. Let's say it's out there. It's not out there. I did my research. But let's say it's out there. Okay? So we have the same course. His is $39 a month. Let's say mine's $49 a month. I offer a black book for free where they can go that we have spent, I don't know, probably hundreds of hours looking up, considering it takes about, I don't know, we do about a dozen an hour and there are hundreds of contacts in there.
Yeah, it gets pretty intense.
Yeah. So we have taken the time to put that together. For those of you that get into the beta, you already have the context. You don't have to get online. You don't have to search or anything like that. You know exactly where to go. I have that free for beta members, right? I also have the XMX Hacker Nation free for subscribers. They don't. Inside the Hacker Nation is where you are going to learn the linchpin. They have never heard about the linchpin.
Just the networking possibilities alone.
Yeah, and you get access to the group where you can network and build and get guest writers, guests on your podcast, so on and so forth. So I offer all of that, and this wasn't to continue to push and sell it to you. It's to give you an idea. If you're a photographer, add more value than the photographer course that's out there.
Yeah.
And you can charge more than they do. Don't be afraid about the people that are going to say no. You can't please everybody. Even if you have your ideal avatar, you might hit them in the middle of the wrong thought. Maybe at that time they're saying no because they haven't realized that this is what they're looking for. Okay, perfectly fine. All right. But the ones that you do, you've already given so much value, so much more value over the other basic course that charges less, right? That the level of rapport you have built just from them picking you is way higher than anything they will probably get from the guy with the basic course at a cheaper price. Right? So to outsell the competition and charge more, offer more value. Offer more value. Okay? Got a little bit off track, but it's what I'm here for. It's what I do. All right. So they're comparing that. So the pro again for search-based traffic, they come to you. They're hot traffic, usually ready to buy. Con, more than likely, they are not just searching, they are comparing. Let's talk about interruption traffic. The best example for anybody that grew up in the 70s and 80s that I can give you is you're sitting down watching TV, probably about to eat dinner. You got a knock on the door, and there's a damn Kirby vacuum salesman. Mom wasn't waiting at the door saying, I'm hoping that the Kirby guy is going to show up today. Right?
Right.
As a matter of fact, they never set appointments unless they were to return. They set a return appointment or a follow-up appointment. But the initial meeting was not an appointment. They said, we're going to tackle that neighborhood today. And then that neighborhood tomorrow. And they picked those at random. But yet they continue to sell vacuum cleaners over and over and over and over again. Knock on the door. Interruption. I'm not telling you to go knock door by door to sell your photography class.
That's the best example. Yeah.
But that's the best example I have. Right? So interruption traffic. It's a little different than the Kirby salesman, but that's an interruption. Right? A commercial, just when things are getting good. Oh, it's a damn commercial.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, it's some jewelry commercial. Crap, and your anniversary is coming up. So now maybe I should watch this jewelry commercial. Before the commercial came on, you weren't even thinking about it.
Right.
Not even close. You were thinking about the movie or the show that you were watching or the game that you were watching.
Flooded with ads nonstop, but man, they really influence you a lot more than you think they do.
This is the difference between a searcher and a scroller. Scrollers, they get the interruption traffic. Those are the people that are scrolling through their feeds. Ooh, what's this? Right? Another great example is how many damn times do you go to the store? You're standing in line. You've found everything that you need. It's time to check out. And then you look to your right and you see freaking earbuds and candy bars.
Both of
How
which
many times? How many times have you bought earbuds, candy bars, Tic Tacs, gum, beef jerky, magazines, a beverage?
Yeah.
Because it was there. You weren't looking for it. Just showed up in front of you. Genius marketing. So many times. So many times. Yes, I do need one of every candy bar. I wasn't thinking about it before I bought this TV, but I got the TV, brought it up, and now obviously I need one of every candy bar on the shelf. Come on. That's interruption marketing. You're scrolling through your feeds. Bam, something hits you. Let's check this out.
Yeah.
Right. I spent 30 minutes earlier on looking at the new Special Forces ab workout. Didn't have any plans whatsoever. Jumping on Facebook saying, I wonder if they're doing that ab workout. Like where they stick the electrodes to your stomach.
Right.
Which does work. but it doesn't work as well when you've got 7 inches of protection on your abs. I have 6-pack abs. All of this, baby, is for your protection. I don't want you getting hurt. All right. I do this because I love you. Just how it is. All right. So that's interruption. Now, the pro is you target them based on their interests. If you do it online, you can actually be put in front of people that you have targeted. They don't even know you, but you know them. Why? Because you know your avatar. I know John, right?
Yep.
John's my Dream 100. So my ads, my content will be in front of John and the interest based on the interest that John has.
Yeah.
All right. Johnny boy. Love him. He's going to make us a ton of money. Moving on. The pro, again, is you target them based on their interests. The con is you need to get better. If you don't have a good hook, a good story, or a good offer, John's going to leave. The hook is the headline. It's the grab. It's the attention grabber, right? John is interested in getting into sports media.
Yeah.
I will have headlines that target John.
Yeah.
Once John bites on that hook, I'm going to pull him up, right? I'm going to tell him the story about me and how I was once just like John. And I love sports. And I hated paying to go watch bad teams in Arizona. Loved going to watch them play. Hated the fact that I had to pay to see that.
Yeah.
So what did I do? Yeah. What did I do? I built myself and a sports brand inside that market so that I no longer had to pay to go to games. I love football. Guess where I'm going to be next week when number 6 Oregon visits Arizona State? Not in line at the ticket window.
Sun Devil Arena. I refuse to call it the other name.
Mountain America Stadium.
Press box.
Right? Because I had that passion down the way, he's going to hear about it. Right? I'm going to hit his pain points. I'm either going to market away from his pain or toward his pleasure. More than likely, it's going to be toward his pleasure. All right? Because he loves sports, wants to be an entrepreneur in the sports world. It'll be toward his pleasure. Right?
Yeah.
All right. So I need to make sure I have a good hook, a good story, and a great offer. I've got a great offer. Got a great product. Now, here is where it really gets down and dirty. This is where the work comes into play. Secret number 2. Secret number 2 is your Dream 100. Where are they hiding? This is where you need to take the time and really dig. Do the research. This might take you a night. This might take you a week. This might take you a month to nail down. But once you do, and you know exactly where John or Alexis is hiding, where they congregate, where they hang out, what they're consuming, once you know that, like, everything else is easy. Everything else is easy because everything else is tailored around their interest.
Talking directly to your customer instead of throwing it out there into the ether and hoping that they magically see it somehow.
Exactly. Yeah. Here's an exercise. All right. So here's some questions you should be asking yourself at this point. What are the top websites that my dream customers already go to? Right. My guys, probably ESPN, CBS Sports, Fox Sports, right? What are the top websites? Probably they'll go into, what forums or message boards do they participate in? Go into Facebook, search the groups, right? What groups are out there for NFL? What groups are out there for college football, college basketball, college baseball, hockey, tennis, soccer, whatever, NASCAR?
Yeah.
Right?
Sports photography.
Sports photography. Thank
Yeah.
you for bringing it back to our people. Find out where they hang out. What are their interests? What forums they at? What are the Facebook groups that they engage in? Who are the influencers they follow on Facebook and Instagram? For those interested in sports media, in the SMX, in the Sports Media X course, I actually tell you who the hottest influencers are, what the hottest sports podcasts are, right? And what the best websites are that you can find your people in. Okay. Also check on Instagram, influencers on Instagram, right? We know personally, maybe not as personal yet, not stalker alert yet, but we know Joe Madden, right? She's an influencer. She's from Sports Grid. We know Jason Anderson, right? He's an influencer. He's a host for The Zone out of Kansas City, another influencer. So we already have relationships with them. I've already reached out to them to see if they will actually review the program, which is cool. What podcasts do they listen to? Podcasts. Believe it or not, there are some very popular podcasts for photography. Just
There's a
Google it.
podcast for everything these days. So
There's a podcast. I love that guy. I love that guy.
Yeah, that commercial.
It's called Why Is He Doing That? Right? I love that commercial. There's a podcast for everything. It's called Why Is That Man Doing That?
Yes.
I love that.
That was a good one.
All right. What are the email newsletters they are subscribed to? All right. If you're in business, Perry Belcher's a great newsletter to have. Russel Brunson's another. Steve Larson's newsletter is another great one to have. If you're into sports, search for it. It's out there. Newsletters. All right. What blogs do they read? What articles do they go after? Right. What channels are they following on YouTube? What keywords are they searching for in Google to find information? Right? Super Bowl champions, greatest ever, greatest boxer ever, greatest football player ever, greatest baseball player ever, greatest shortstop ever, greatest NASCAR driver ever, right? Which, by the way, I'll swallow my pride a little bit. Congratulations to Ryan Blaney, I guess. He won a championship. You're now part of one of 35 others. Let me know when you get 2 or 3 more so you can be in the same conversation as Kyle Busch. Okay? Let me know. All right. So that is pretty much the top 2 secrets. That's secrets number 1. Secret number 1 again is
know your customer.
Know your dream customer. Secret number 2 is where are they hiding?
Where are they?
All right. So I am actually going to do you one more solid. I am going to create a chart for you to follow to find your Dream 100. Again, it doesn't matter what field you are in. You can use this. The Dream 100 works. When I announced that we announced that we are launching our product, she's played a huge part in it.
You can say I. That was okay. This is your baby. I'm just
Support's big, babe. Support's big. All right. That's another thing. If you're in a relationship with somebody that doesn't support you, why are you in that relationship?
Yeah, everybody deserves to have love and support.
Yeah.
Someone that believes in them.
2 years ago, could you have imagined how much sports that you watch on a weekly basis now?
No. I love it though. I've always been more of a social sports watching person than sit there by myself. Since I've always done it at bars or in big groups or big game parties, that type of thing. It made me feel really lonely to do it alone.
Yeah, but now,
nice.
I mean, how much more have you learned about sports just in the past year? Like football or basketball?
I feel like I can actually talk football now.
Yeah.
When we were started, I didn't feel like I had very much input I could give.
Yeah.
I still
You're
got a long
welcome.
way to go, but I'm getting there. Take my first baby step up the ladder.
Oh man. Yep. I turned my girlfriend into a sports fiend. I know you should be worshiping me, other men that are listening. Like, I could show you how to do it. No, seriously. I mean, if you want your significant other, male or female, to fall in love with what you're doing, make them a part of it.
Yeah.
Don't just make them a part of it, make them an important part of it.
Should
That's how you get
definitely
them to
share in
go on.
each other's dreams.
Yeah.
I believe in that very
I
firmly.
still don't understand what the hell she does for work, but she's getting a pretty good idea of what it is that I do.
Yeah.
Like her stuff is just, I tell people all the time, Marty, you hear this all the time when I say it, but like when I look at your screen and people ask me what you do for work, I just say that you write and interpret the matrix because all
Yeah.
I see is code. That's it. That's all I see. I don't understand it, but it looks like the
My
movie The
favorite
Matrix.
is if I fight for something that sounds, because coding never makes sense to normal. It doesn't make sense to me as a coder sometimes. It doesn't make sense to your average person. The tiniest, simplest, easiest little thing could be like days of research, and it might end up only being a line of code, but it takes so long to get there. So one of my favorite things will be like, look, there's a check mark. Took me 2 weeks, but it's there.
Oh man. So I remember you showed me once like this entire screen of code, and then you're like, you want to see what that does? And it opened like a drop-down menu.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
exactly.
you were so excited about it. I'm like,
Because
really?
I finally got the entire stupid page of code to do the thing.
And the entire company was working on that, and you nailed it.
Yeah.
Like you were so excited. I'm like, wow, good job.
Yeah.
I don't understand it,
Well,
but you're
my
really
9 to
smart.
5.
I do. I understand the fact that you're really smart. So that's it. So next week, let me jump back in the book. By the way, again, if you want the book for free, just pay shipping and handling. It's a featured post in the SMX Inner Circle. I make $1. I don't care about your dollar. It would take me to pay for one bet. I would need 10 people to get one book for me to pay for like one of my sports bets.
Right.
So I don't really
Right.
care. All right. Saving you money. It's a great book. Go ahead and pick it up. Next week, we're doing secret number 3, hook, story, offer, and the attractive character. And secret number 4, work your way in, buy your way in. Touched on that a little bit. But that's about it. That's it. What's for dinner? What's for dinner? Tell the world.
Pork and rice bowl.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
Nothing too fancy. I think I need a rice night, so
There you go. Hey, I'm
there we
in.
go.
I'm in. You know what? This needs to disappear. Needs to disappear.
Bring it back down here. Oh, you muted yourself somehow. Nope, you're still muted. Oh, bye. Bye, everybody. We're done. His microphone quit.